Where is she?
Sorry?
Professor Clearwater. I've heard she's been involved in some kind of accident.
Ah, yes. An unfortunate incident with a venomous tentacula. She's just behind the screen there. Conscious, coherent, and very eager to leave. Happily, I see no reason she shouldn't, provided someone is available to monitor her for the next few hours.
We'll see about that.
Severus, she might not be decent. Severus! For goodness sake.
Absolutely not. Sit back down. Sit down. Are you all right? Where did it get you? Oh, love. I came as quickly as I heard. From one of your students, of all people, gossiping in a corridor. Evidently it slipped the minds of the infirmary staff that an injury involving a toxic magical plant might warrant the attention of the man who brews half its antidotes. Stay here. I'm going to have a word with Poppy. And don't even think about putting those shoes on. We're not going anywhere. I'd like to speak with Poppy.
Madam Pomfrey isn't here.
Excuse me?
She left this morning. St. Mungo's conference. It's an annual thing.
Oh, excellent. I'm sure Poppy's lecture notes will be of immense comfort should Professor Clearwater's condition deteriorate.
She's stable, Severus.
Stable is not synonymous with safe, Miss Fenelwick. A venomous tentacula sting is not a grazed knee. The venom may appear dormant for hours before the secondary reaction begins. Anyone with even a passing familiarity with plant-based poisons would know this.
Severus, I'm a qualified mediwitch.
Who failed to send for me.
I'm sorry?
Unless there has been a sudden alteration to the curriculum in the last hour, I am still the potions master at this school, responsible for brewing almost every anti-venom at your disposal. When one of my preparations is used, I expect to be informed. When it is used for a venomous tentacula sting, I am to be informed immediately. Tentacula venom is notoriously inconsistent. If the standard antivenom fails, I am the only person on site qualified to modify the next counteragent. That becomes rather difficult to do when no one thinks to inform me that there has been a poisoning.
The treatment hasn't failed, Severus.
Not yet.
I've monitored her observations for over an hour. Her pulse is steady, her temperature is normal, and there's been no discoloration beyond the initial swelling.
Has she complained of any dizziness, nausea, blurred vision, tingling in the fingers?
Some dizziness, initially. She vomited a couple of times while the wound was being cleaned, but she's not in any pain.
According to whom?
According to her.
Professor Clearwater would deny being in pain if she were actively on fire, Miss Fenelwick. Her stoicism is not a diagnostic tool. What was the exact interval between the sting and the antivenom?
Approximately 10 minutes.
Approximately.
She was brought here as quickly as possible.
By whom?
A couple of sixth years.
How deep was the wound?
About a 1/4 inch, at its deepest. I'm told the plant was rather aged, so the barbs were larger.
And likely more brittle. Did you check for fragments before dressing her?
Yes.
Visually or magically?
Visually. And before you ask, Severus, I do know what I'm looking for. I must say, you're being rather attentive. I wasn't aware that you and Professor Clearwater were quite so close.
We're not. Professor Clearwater is the herbology mistress. She supplies my classroom with half the ingredients required for the Newt syllabus. If she is discharged prematurely and collapses 2 corridors down, my work is affected. The students' work is affected. The school is affected.
With respect, Severus, I hardly think it will come to all that. Professor Clearwater has responded well to the anti-venom, and I am satisfied she can be discharged.
Your satisfaction is noted. It is not, however, conclusive.
Severus, Where are you going?
I am going to check the wound magically for retained fragments. If there are none, and if her symptoms remain stable, then we may discuss discharge. Honestly, of all the days for Poppy to abandon her post, it would be the day you decide to turn yourself into plant food. Miss Fenelwick is competent, perhaps even capable. But there is only one healer in this infirmary whom I would trust to oversee the care of the woman I love. And it isn't her. I suppose you have a good reason for being anywhere near a venomous tentacula without protective sleeves. For goodness sake, that first year didn't deserve your heroics. Don't look at me like that. I am aware you did the right thing. That doesn't stop me from wishing that it were him in this bed instead of you. Give me your arm. Let me see. This is bound too tightly, which would likely explain your cold fingers. No, don't tell me the infirmary is cold. I know what you feel like when you're cold. This is different. I'm going to redress the wound. But before I do, I'm going to examine it magically. I am not being dramatic. I'm being experienced. You know very well what tentacular venom can do, and I am not prepared to take even the faintest risk where you are concerned. I'm sure there aren't any fragments, but I can't rest until I know for certain. I'm afraid you'll have to humor me. Here, rest your arm on the pillow. I'm going to remove this slowly, but it might sting a little when it hits the air. You don't have to look. Keep your eyes on me. I'll tell you if there's anything you need to know. You're pale. Yes, you are. Do not argue with a man who has spent the best part of the last year learning every shade of your face. Fenelwick said you were sick earlier. Do you still feel unwell? Let me know if you do. We can take a break. I'm going to cast now. You may feel a slight tugging beneath the skin. Unpleasant, but not painful. It will be over in a few seconds and then I can bandage you properly. Good girl. Nice deep breaths. almost over. There. No fragments. Thank Merlin. And the swelling still appears to be contained, which is positive. Hey, I want to hold you too. And I will, the moment we're alone. Just let me sort this bandage and I'll get you out of here. All right? I need to get some gauze from Miss Fenelwick. Promise me you won't be tempted to look at your arm while I'm gone. It won't help. I know, baby. Soon.
Satisfied?
I am satisfied that the wound is clean. I remain profoundly dissatisfied with nearly every other aspect of this afternoon.
Can I get you something?
Fresh dressing, non-adhesive, and something to secure it without cutting off her circulation again.
The bandage was not cutting off her circulation.
Her fingers were cold.
The hospital wing is cold.
Not that cold.
Here. I'll get her discharge notes ready.
See that you do. Ensure that you include the warning signs requiring immediate return.
I was planning to, Severus.
And that she is not to return to the greenhouses, mark essays, or resume teaching until she has been reassessed by Poppy. I'd like something to point to when she inevitably attempts to negotiate her way back to her plants before the night is through.
Would you like me to include that she must not be left alone, too?
Obviously.
And shall I specify by whom she is to be supervised?
The instructions need only state that she is not to be left alone. The headmaster can concern himself with the rest. Sorry, love. Just a little longer, and you'll be in my arms. Rest your arm on the pillow again. Hold still. You're okay. I'm not cross with you. I am cross with the plant. I am also cross with the child, with Miss Fenelwick, and with Poppy's spectacularly inconvenient conference. You, however, remain adored. There. How does that feel? Swing your legs round slowly. Slowly, I said. I'll fetch your shoes. You will resist the urge to stand while my back is turned. Take my arm. Do you feel steady? We'll walk slowly. If you feel dizzy, nauseous, or even faintly inclined to pretend otherwise, you will tell me. No more heroics.
Ah, good to see you back on your feet, Professor Clearwater. And in such vigilant company.
I am escorting a colleague to the discharge desk. Do try to contain your imagination.
Your discharge notes, miss. I've written everything down. Warning signs, rest instructions, And there's a few spare dressings and pain medication to see you through the next couple of days.
I'll take those.
A quick word before you go, Severus.
Go wait by the door. I'll be there in a moment. Can we keep this brief?
She panicked earlier.
What?
When I was cleaning the wound. Strictly between us, she seems to have quite a strong aversion to the sight of blood. Truth be told, I think the vomiting was more to do with that than the poisoning itself.
Did she faint?
No, but she came very close. I mention it because if the dressing needs to be changed tonight, I think it would be ill-advised for her to attempt it herself.
It will not be changed by her.
I thought not. She's a lot calmer, you know, since you arrived.
I highly doubt that.
Doubt it all you like. It's quite apparent.
Is that all?
Yes. Take care of her, Severus.
I intend to. Let's go. How are those pillows? I can adjust them again if you think they need it. You're sure you're comfortable? Good. Now you are going to stay there, and let me read you your discharge notes. Yes, aloud. I will have no later claims of ambiguity regarding the terms of your confinement. Incident: Venomous tentacula sting to right bicep following greenhouse accident. Treatment administered. Wound cleaned and dressed. Standard tentacula anti-venom administered at 3:40 p.m. Magical inspection confirmed no retained barb fragments. Current condition: stable. Mild swelling and tenderness expected. No spreading discoloration observed at time of discharge. Instructions: patient is to rest for the remainder of the evening. Arm to be kept elevated where possible. Dressing to remain clean and dry. Restrictions: no greenhouse duties. No handling of magical plants. No marking, lifting, prolonged wand work, or teaching duties until reassessed by Madam Pomfrey. Patient is to be monitored for 12 hours. Return immediately if fever, tremors, dizziness, nausea, increased pain, numbness, spreading discoloration, difficulty breathing, or renewed bleeding occur. Follow-up: reassessment by Madam Pomfrey upon her return. There you have it, clear as ink. You are confined to bed by medical decree, which means it is time for you to make a decision. Would you like me to wrap my arms around you from behind? Or would you prefer to be held against my chest? Greedy. I suppose we'll have to alternate. Come here, baby. Careful with your arm. There. All mine now. You're not to worry about a thing. Do you understand? I'm going to take care of everything, including this arm. I'll keep on top of your medication, and I'll change the dressing whenever it needs changing. There's nothing to be frightened about, okay? There's no need to thank me. I love you. Baby. I want to make a trip to Diagon Alley. Soon. Of course not tonight. I'm not going anywhere. But soon, I want the Wandcrafter to take a look at our talismans. Mine warmed today, but not enough. A little heat, then nothing. If I'd not heard your name in that corridor, I might have convinced myself I imagined it. That isn't good enough. I commissioned those charms so we would know when the other was in danger, and today mine behaved less like a warning and more like a suggestion. You were in danger, and I paid for an alarm, not a polite hint. When you're recovered, I shall take you out properly, and we'll make a day of it. Diagon Alley first, then on to Hogsmeade. We still haven't replaced the solumaria you lost, and I'm sure there's a whole host of other man-eating plants you're just itching to get your hands on. Hush. I don't often get the chance to spoil you. Let me. Can I get you anything? Sure. Do you think you could sleep? Don't worry about that. Dinner isn't for another couple of hours. I can fetch something for us and bring it back here. No, love. I won't leave without telling you. Close your eyes.